Hello, my friend. I'm truly glad you're here today, because what you're about to hear might change the way you see yourself, not just in the mirror, but in the world. Let me ask you something quietly, something you might never have said out loud. Have you ever looked at your reflection and thought, why do I look so tired, even when I'm not? You've had enough rest. You're doing everything right, but your face still seems faded, as if the light inside you isn't reaching the surface. You are not imagining it, and you're certainly not alone. This video contains a truth that has made thousands of women, especially those of us over 60, completely rethink what we wear, not because of trends, but because of how we feel. You see, the colors we choose do so much more than match our shoes. They shape how we show up, how others perceive us, and even how we carry ourselves. But don't worry, I'm not here to judge your closet or tell you to throw away your favorites. I'm here as a guide, to gently open your eyes to something most people never consider. There is a subtle science to color, aging, and personal identity, and when you understand it, something magical happens. Your skin glows, your eyes sparkle, your confidence returns. So, stay with me until the end, because there's one color, a color that seems completely harmless, that could be quietly stealing your natural energy day after day. And today, we're taking that power back, the color that drains your face in photos. Let's begin with something you may have noticed, but never quite understood. Have you ever looked at a photo of yourself and thought, why do I look so pale, so dull, like the color's been drained out of me? Even though the lighting seemed fine, even though you were smiling, something about your face looked tired, faded, almost lifeless. You're not being overly critical. There's a reason, a hidden one, and it has everything to do with color. More specifically, the wrong kind of white. You see, as we grow older, our skin naturally loses something called luminosity. That soft inner glow we once had in our 30s or 40s. Collagen breaks down, circulation slows, and suddenly, skin that once reflected light beautifully begins to scatter it unevenly. Now, add to that a cool, stark white blouse or shirt, the kind of crisp white that once looked sharp and elegant. What happens next is almost unfair. Instead of brightening your face, that icy white bounces blue-toned light back into your features. And what does that do? It deepens shadows. It emphasizes every fine line. It darkens under-eye circles. And it flattens your natural radiance. In photos, especially under indoor lighting, it can make your skin look grayish, even when you feel full of life inside. And because icy white reflects so much cool-toned light, it creates harsh contrasts that the camera exaggerates even further. So if you've ever thought, why does my skin look older in pictures than in the mirror? This might be your answer. It's not your face, it's your color choice. Now, before you panic and toss out every white item in your wardrobe, let me be clear. You don't need to give up white. You just need to choose the right kind of white. Here's what I recommend, not just as someone who studies aging, but as someone who cares deeply about how you feel in your skin. Swap that stark, icy white for something warmer. Think ivory. Think champagne. Think pearl. These aren't just poetic names. They're scientifically smarter choices for mature skin. They reflect more of the yellow spectrum of light, the same warm glow we associate with sunlight and health. When those softer tones touch your face, they don't create shadows. They create softness. They don't drain your energy. They enhance it. Ivory works beautifully with silver or salt and pepper hair. Pearl white gives your skin a gentle lift, especially in natural lighting. Champagne adds warmth without heaviness, the perfect, elegant neutral for any skin tone. I've seen it happen countless times with my clients. All it takes is a shift in tone, and suddenly, people start asking if they've been on vacation. if they've had more rest, if they've done something new. But really, nothing changed, except the color next to their face. So here's a small challenge for you. The next time you're about to wear white, hold it up to your face near a window with natural daylight. Look closely. Do your features light up, or do they fade into the background? Let your mirror and your own instincts guide you. Because every face deserves to glow. And sometimes it only takes one shade of difference to bring you back into the light. But white isn't the only culprit hiding in plain sight. Let's move on to a color we've all been told is safe, timeless, even slimming, and uncover the truth behind its aging effect. The classic color that ages you unfairly. Let's talk about a color that nearly every woman has trusted at some point in her life. A color we've been told is universally flattering, always elegant, always slimming. Yes, I'm talking about black, the little black dress, the tailored black blazer, the pants that go with everything. Black has been our silent partner for decades, the color that makes us feel strong, sleek, secure. But here's something no one tells you once you're past 60. Black doesn't make you look younger anymore. It makes you look harsher. Now, before that feels like a betrayal, let me explain why. Black, unlike most colors, absorbs light. And as we age, our skin begins to rely more on reflected light to maintain its glow. We lose some of that natural bounce, that inner luminosity that used to brighten our features without any help. So when you place a deep, matte black fabric near your face, what happens? Instead of lifting your features, it drains them. It deepens every shadow. Under your eyes, along your jawline, in the folds of your smile. It can even make your hair appear duller, especially if it's silver, salt and pepper, or soft gray. What once looked bold and commanding may now come across as overpowering, even cold. This is what I call visual fatigue. It's when someone looks at you and senses you're tired, even when you're not. Your energy hasn't changed, but the message your colors are sending? That's a different story. And you know what's worse? Most women blame themselves. They think, maybe I need more makeup, more concealer. Maybe I just look older now. But the truth is simpler. It's the black. So does that mean you need to give it up entirely? Not at all. You just need to soften it, redirect it. Choose deeper, gentler tones that still offer the elegance of black, without the side effects. Let me share a few alternatives that I've seen work wonders on mature faces. Charcoal gray, still sleek, still neutral, but it reflects just enough light to soften your features and reduce harshness. Deep navy, a rich, regal tone that instantly brightens the whites of your eyes and lifts your skin tone. It adds presence without aggression. Espresso brown, especially flattering for those with cooler skin tones or gray hair. It warms the face and blends seamlessly with natural shadows, rather than fighting them. These colors don't just look good, they feel good. They let your natural beauty speak louder than your clothes. And here's a little style tip from years of watching transformations in my practice. If you absolutely love black and can't part with it, wear it strategically. Keep it away from your face. Try it in pants, skirts, or accessories. Or break it up with a scarf in a warm tone, a bold necklace, or a colorful jacket. You don't have to sacrifice the style. Just reposition the spotlight. Because what you wear should enhance your energy, not hide it. And once you make this switch, you'll start to hear it. Have you done something different with your hair? You look refreshed today. Something about you just glows. Those compliments aren't luck. They're light. And now, you know how to invite it back into your life. But while black may surprise you with how much it takes away, there's another color, one we associate with joy and positivity, that can be just as misleading. Let's talk about the happy hue that may be dimming your natural glow, the happy color that silently washes you out. Now let's talk about a color that almost feels too innocent to question. Yellow. It's bright. It's cheerful. It's the color of sunshine, daffodils, lemon pie on a summer day. And yet, on mature skin, especially after 60, pale or pastel yellow can be one of the most unforgiving colors in your wardrobe. You may not notice it right away, but you've probably felt it. That sense that your face looks a little off when you wear that soft yellow cardigan or blouse you've always loved. Not bad, just not better. Like something's missing. The spark, the glow, the energy. Here's why that happens. And it has nothing to do with the color itself being bad. It has to do with what your skin needs now that it didn't need before. As we age, our skin goes through several subtle but critical changes. It becomes thinner. It loses its youthful contrast. Pigmentation becomes more even, which sounds like a good thing. But that contrast is actually what gives definition to our features. Without it, light pastel colors like pale yellow don't lift us. They flatten us. Instead of making you look warm or glowing, pastel yellow can make you look tired, faded, or even slightly unwell. It blends too closely with fair or light medium skin tones, creating a washed-out effect that makes your features disappear instead of stand out. And if you have silver, white, or salt and pepper hair, that only deepens the effect. The lack of contrast becomes even more pronounced, making you look like your outfit is fading into your face and your face into the background. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not here to rob you of color or joy. I'm here to help you claim it back in a way that works with your beauty today, not 20 years ago. So instead of soft pastel yellow, try this, mustard yellow. It's earthy, rich, and it adds weight and warmth to your look. This color pairs beautifully with silver or gray hair, creating balance and energy without overwhelming you. Amber, a deeper golden hue that enhances the warmth in fair or medium skin tones. Amber adds light where pale yellow takes it away. It nourishes the skin's appearance instead of stripping it down. Goldenrod, a vibrant yet grounded yellow that reflects sunlight-like warmth onto the skin. It brightens the face naturally and gives a radiant lift to your entire look. These tones are not just warmer, they are stronger partners for your skin at this stage in life. They support your beauty instead of competing with it. Here's a simple way to test it. Stand in front of a mirror with a pale yellow garment and then hold up a mustard or amber piece beside it. Watch what happens to your jawline, your eyes, your expression. You'll see life return to your reflection, not because you changed, but because your color finally caught up to you. And if you're not ready to go full-on mustard, that's okay. Start small. A golden scarf, a warm-toned necklace, even a pair of earrings with amber stones can change the entire frame of your face. Color should lift you, energize you, reflect the spirit inside of you. And when it doesn't, it's time to let it go. Not with regret, but with confidence. And speaking of letting go, let's move to a color that's long been considered a safe neutral, but in truth, might be making you disappear completely, both in person and in photos. The invisible color syndrome. Let's talk about a color that has quietly settled into closets all over the world, especially among women over 60. It's calm. It's classic. It doesn't scream for attention, but that's exactly the problem. I'm talking about beige. For decades, beige has been seen as the safe choice. It matches everything. It looks sophisticated. It's subtle. But after 60, subtlety is not always your friend, especially when it comes to color. Here's something most women never realize. The older your skin becomes, the more it begins to resemble beige, not just in tone, but in depth and texture. It's softer, more muted, and often less pigmented than it once was. So when you wear beige, especially light or faded beige, you're not creating contrast. You're creating camouflage. Your face, your hair, your clothes, they all start to blend into one another. There's no frame, no definition, no brightness. It's not just that beige fails to flatter, it actively erases you. And I want to be clear, it's not your fault. You've likely worn beige for years, thinking it was polished, neutral, timeless, and maybe it once was. But color, like the body, doesn't age in a straight line. What flatters a 30-year-old doesn't necessarily lift a 70-year-old. And this isn't about vanity, it's about visibility. I've had countless women sit in my office and say, "I just feel invisible these days." And while that emotion comes from many places, what you wear plays a bigger role than you think. When your clothes mirror your skin too closely, you fade. In photos, in social settings, even in your own reflection. But here's the empowering part. You don't have to abandon neutrals. You just have to upgrade them. Choose colors that serve the same calming purpose, but do it with warmth and intention. Let me show you what that looks like. Camel. A golden, sun-touched version of beige that adds light instead of stealing it. It pairs beautifully with silver or gray hair and brings a gentle radiance to the skin. Mocha. Richer and deeper, mocha provides contrast without harshness. It frames the face, defines the neckline, and makes you look instantly more polished and alive. Almond. Think soft, creamy warmth with a whisper of bronze. It doesn't overwhelm. It gives your skin a healthy glow, like you've just spent the morning in soft sunlight. These aren't radical shifts. They're quiet adjustments that restore the structure and light your appearance needs. Because when your skin changes, your color palette should change too. Here's a quick tip. If you're unsure whether a neutral is helping or hurting you, hold it next to your face in natural daylight. If your eyes brighten, your cheeks look lifted, and your hair pops, it's a good one. If everything flattens and fades, time to let it go. You deserve to be seen, not for what you wear, but for the energy and grace you bring into the room. And now, we've reached the final, and perhaps the most surprising, color of all. It's soft. It's feminine. It's been a favorite for years, but it may be the most deceptive of them all. The gentle color that makes you look unwell. There's a color that lives in almost every woman's wardrobe. A color so soft, so gentle, so classically feminine that it feels impossible to question. It's the color we reach for when we want to appear sweet, lighthearted, or delicate. But the truth is, after 60, this color may be doing the exact opposite of what you hope. I'm talking about baby pink, that powdery, pale pastel shade that seems so innocent. And yet, for many women over 60, it's one of the least flattering colors you can wear. Now, I know that may be hard to hear. Baby pink has long been associated with youth, softness, even romance. But the very qualities that made it flattering decades ago are the same reasons it now works against you. It's too soft, too flat, and too pale. And that's exactly the problem. As we age, our skin undergoes natural changes. It becomes thinner. It loses some of its pigment. It reflects less light. And most importantly, it loses contrast. What once looked glowing and lively can begin to appear dull or faded, not because you've changed dramatically, but because the canvas you're working with now plays by different rules. When you place a low pigment color like baby pink near your face, there's no tension, no frame, no brightness to lift your features. It blends into the skin, which means it doesn't reflect light, it absorbs it. And that's when the effect turns subtly damaging. Your skin appears sallow, your lips look drained. The entire face takes on a tone of tiredness, even if you're full of energy inside. Many women don't recognize the source of this washed-out look. They blame aging, or makeup, or lighting. But in reality, it's often as simple as the wrong color too close to your face. You don't need a new concealer. You need a better shade of pink. And here's the good news. You don't have to give up pink entirely. In fact, when chosen wisely, pink can be one of the most powerful tools in your wardrobe to enhance warmth, glow, and femininity. You just need more pigment, more life, behind it. Let me introduce you to 3 alternatives that I've seen work wonders for women with every skin tone and hair color. Coral, a vibrant fusion of pink and orange that adds instant warmth and energy. Coral doesn't just brighten your face, it wakes it up. It creates movement, contrast, and excitement in a way that pale pink simply can't. Dusty Rose, a muted yet richly layered pink that offers depth without harshness. It wraps your features in a subtle softness while still providing definition. It flatters without flattening. Raspberry, bold, confident, deeply feminine. Raspberry adds dimension and brings out the natural blush in your cheeks, the sparkle in your eyes, the fullness in your lips. It's pink with power, and it's stunning on mature skin. These are not loud colors. They're alive colors. They reflect your wisdom, your presence, your beauty. Not who you were, but who you are right now. So if you've been holding on to baby pink because it once made you feel beautiful, I understand. But I invite you to ask yourself, does it still serve you? Or is it time for a pink that grows with you? Try the experiment. Hold a dusty rose scarf next to your face. Then try that baby pink one you've had for years. Look in the mirror, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Notice what lights you up, what feels like you. Because you haven't lost your glow. It's just waiting to be revealed again, with the right color beside it. And now that we've explored the 5 most deceptive colors in your closet, it's time to take this knowledge and turn it into action. Let's pull everything together into one simple, empowering challenge. A small shift that could completely transform the way you see yourself in the mirror. One color change can change how you feel. Let's bring it all back to something simple. Go to your closet today, not to overhaul it, not to throw everything away, but to choose just one piece. One item that you've held on to, maybe for years, even though every time you wear it, something feels off. Maybe it's that icy white blouse that once felt crisp and clean. Maybe it's a baby pink sweater you used to love. Maybe it's that pale yellow top that seemed cheerful on the hanger, but leaves you feeling dull in the mirror. Now, take that piece and set it aside, not with guilt, but with intention. Then reach for something warmer, something richer, ivory instead of stark white, coral instead of pink, mustard instead of pale yellow. Now stand in front of the mirror. Really look at yourself. Breathe, smile. Because what you'll see isn't just a wardrobe swap. You'll see a version of you that finally shines through. Not the younger you, not the version chasing the past, but the woman you are now. Vibrant, present, full of life and wisdom. A woman who understands that style isn't about covering up. It's about coming home to yourself. So, let me ask you, and I hope you'll answer below. Which color are you going to try first? Leave me a comment and tell me your choice. I'd love to hear what shift you're making. If this video helped you see yourself in a new light, give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe, because you deserve beauty, confidence, and joy, not just sometimes, but every single day.